you felt what I felt the next day. You felt some despair. You felt some heartbreak.
I sure
Maybe
did.
yours wasn't. Maybe maybe yours wasn't as bad because you were on the road. It was frigid temperatures, and you were facing the Kansas City Chiefs, which we all understand. You know,
This is unlike the Cowboys, which I blame the DC. I'm going to blame the OC on this one. I'm starting to question Mike McDaniel's and his play calling. I see
oh,
everything. I know what he's going to run by now. And John Harbaugh figured you out. Sean McDermott figured you out. And Andy Reid figured you out. You're basically calling like the same plays for on offense. You're calling like the same zone, running outside zones. People are picking up on that, my friend. You need to figure a way to get Jalen Waddle going in this game, and you fail to do that. Tyreek Hill, don't get me wrong, he was also quiet. He was not doing much, but again, he's getting like double team. It happens.
what
It
are you gonna
happens.
do? What are you
But you
gonna do?
have to get Jalen Waddle going. I cannot. I can look. He was 2 for 31. That's unacceptable, dude. That's unacceptable. The Dolphins went 1 for 12 on third downs. Are you kidding me, man? This cannot happen in the playoffs. It cannot happen in the playoffs. 1 for 12 on third downs. No wonder why we lost. Another thing. This game, Adam, could have been 42-7, my friend. But you know what happened? Every time the Kansas City Chiefs reached like the red zone, at least our defense, who was -7 starters, basically, they forced them like 2 field goals. But this game could have been very, very ugly. Very
Yeah.
ugly. And Mike McDaniels, I'm putting this loss squarely on your shoulders. You need to go back to Santa Clara and meet up with your boy out there for Kyle Shanahan and see what the hell can you do next season to get better at your play calling. Because if people are starting to pick up on your work, on your scheme, and this needs to change because next year, same crap is going to happen. Same thing. And I am not surprised, Adam, that this happened, dude. I'm not surprised. When I saw like the first and the quarter, I'm like, this is looking like a blowout. And I'm very disappointed that Mike McDaniels, unlike Matt LaFleur, Mike McDaniels didn't put Tua in position to succeed. He didn't. He just didn't. And I think it falls back on this dude. I'm not blaming this one on Tua. I think Mike McDaniel deserves 100% of the blame for this one. Coño, if you tell me that your offense scores 14 points, maybe 21, I am being very quiet. You know what? It's the luck or the draw. They played it better. They were more physical. Yada yada yada. But 26-7, the 1 for 12 on third downs just tells it all. Your offense didn't come to work. Period.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you this right now. Um, so you're putting all the blame on Mike McDaniels. I completely get that. You said it could have been 42-7. I'm gonna tell you this right now. You guys are lucky that you got on the board because that underthrown pass from Tua to Tyreek Hill, um, yeah, that was one shot and you got lucky with it. I'm gonna be honest. They should have blanked you. They should have blanked you. That 7 points, that was the football gods showing mercy upon you guys. This was truly a bad showing. I can't deny that, and I gotta agree with you. When it comes to the schemes, you see a little bit of running back and forth with Tyreek, but also it seems as though Tua is not seeing certain things either. Mind you,
That's correct.
yeah. Um, which I'm not going to stay on this topic for too long because I do want to segment this into something different real quick here. But I'll also say this: injuries decimated this Dolphins team. I must
Yeah.
say that injuries
Yeah.
decimated this team. Defensively, the offensive line there were patches there, but no Bradley Chubb, no Phillips, no Van Ginkel. It, it's rough. It's rough because Patrick Mahomes was sitting back there looking like he
All
was
day. He was
he
just
was
sitting
having
back there all day.
Yeah, he was roasting marshmallows back there. It was so cold, but he was back there roasting marshmallows, literally sitting in the pocket, doing whatever he wanted with no pressure applied whatsoever. I'm going to stop there. We all understand that this Dolphins team did not show up. I feel like they were a little bit under equipped to do it due to injuries. Mike McDaniels needs to get better, but I want to segment off into Tua. What did you see? Do you think that the Dolphins is this a do or die year for Tua if the Dolphins
I
decide
think I
the
think
Dolphins decide to pick up his fifth year option? What's going on with Tua?
I think this is a do or die year for Tua. And if I'm the Dolphins, I'm not giving him a long term deal. I would wait one more season because I think he's due 23.5 mil this
Correct.
season.
In the fifth option.
I'm not doing anything much, Adam. I want to see more because I want to see, can you beat the good teams? Dude, we didn't have any major injuries on the offensive side of the ball. We didn't. We just didn't. We are only two starters out, the center and the left guard. But everybody else played. Monster played, a chain played, Waddle, Hill, all of the receivers were a healthy. They were all healthy. If I am Chris Greer, I'm not giving to a extension. I need to see one more year. I gotta see one more year, and I want to see your production against good teams. Can you beat Buffalo at least one? Just give me one game. Can you beat Buffalo one game? And guess what? Aaron Rodgers, he's coming back. Homie, he's coming back this year in
Yeah.
the fall.
Yep.
I want to see what you can do against the good teams. There's no excuse. If you beat the good teams, I will sign you to a contract extension. Period. If not, then we'll franchise you. We'll franchise tag you the following season. But
Oof.
I'm not going to splurge money that you don't rightfully deserve. You're a great guy, a great locker room, great accuracy, great anticipation, but we all know that you're not perfect. You're not a perfect quarterback here. You have your weaknesses, and your weaknesses they caught up to you against Kansas City. You cannot drive the ball down the field when it's cold. So guess what? You need to play at home. You got to have playoff games at home.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens in the
Uh,
in the offseason, man.
Tua still leaves a lot
To be
to
decided.
to desire to show.
Yeah.
He doesn't offer you everything because people talk. Well, let's be honest. There was talks about him in the MVP race this year as well, along with that. You know, um, but a lot of that came from the Tyreek and all of those big chunk yards that they were able to get. What happens when they take that away? What happens when they take those chunk yards away and you can't get them? Just like they did, Kansas City did. You getting double teamed. What are you going to do? Who? How else are you going to go through your progressions and find guys who are able to get open? One other thing that Mike McDaniels did poorly: run the ball. 14 rushes between 18 and Mostert. 8 for
He
Mostert.
started to
6
run the ball in the first quarter. And then he said,
he
you know
abandoned.
what?
He abandoned it.
Let me abandon this and put the ball on Tua. Well, my friend, that's a big mistake, my friend. In the frigid weather, are you kidding me? You're gonna pass the ball when it's like windy and it's frozen. Not even cold, it's frozen. If you look at Mr. Andy Reid with his little frost, that must tell you it's not the game to pass the ball.
I cannot believe that Mostert got less than 10 carries.
You,
Not
you,
even double digits.
Adam, you know what? I would not be mad had the Dolphins passed the ball only like 10 times. But guess what? We run for 200 yards.
Yeah, you just
I'm
pounded.
happy. And if we had lost and we had run for that production or even like 150, 180, I'm not saying, you know what? It's bad luck. We didn't win.
Correct.
But you abandoned the run in a playoff
In the first quarter.
cold weather in the frigid ice and Arctic blast weather. No, you better go to Santa Clara in San Francisco this offseason and be like, what the hell can I do better, Kyle? I need help. I need help. or I might get fired, or I might get fired. He will get fired.
Yes.
If this keeps happening, if this showing keeps happening, he'll get fired.
Stephen Ross has a very short rope. He has a very short rope with these.
Very short rope. He does. Stephen Ross, man, he does not. Look what happened with Brian Flores, which I still like. If you give this roster to Coach Flores and a very good OC, what I don't know what could have happened to the Dolphins this year. Oh yeah, man. Let's keep it going. What's next for us, man? I'm just getting mad here. I'm just getting mad, man.